In modern combat, the most disruptive threats are often small, cheap, and quiet. Little unmanned aircraft that can scout, spot artillery, carry an explosive, or simply harass troops and bases. The rise of swarm tactics and low-cost kamikaze drones shifted the battlefield calculus, and militaries have had to invent new, affordable ways to stop them. Enter the Coyote, a compact, flexible interceptor that has become ubiquitous on Army trucks, Navy decks, Marine launchers, and forward air bases. It is affordable, combat-tested, and designed specifically to defeat the kinds of unmanned threats that would otherwise eat through much more expensive air defenses. From storm chaser to drone hunter, the Coyote story begins far from the battlefield. Early variants were launched from aircraft into hurricanes to collect atmospheric data, a humble scientific role for an expendable drone. Over time, that technology was adapted and hardened for military use. What started as a tool for storm science evolved into a family of interceptors and reusable effects that now serve as one of the Pentagon's most leveraged answers to the drone problem. That evolution, from peaceful sensors to aerial assassins and reusable electronic effects, explains why the Coyote feels like a design born for the unpredictable demands of modern warfare. Block 1. The Agile Aerial Assassin. The Block 1. Coyote is a compact, tube-launched interceptor roughly 2 feet long, propelled by a pusher prop and intended to hunt small unmanned aircraft. It carries a modest warhead, guided by radio frequency seekers, and uses a proximity fuse to detonate close to its target. Block 1 is optimized for Group 1 and Group 2 drones, the light surveillance quadcopters and tactical vehicles that weigh up to a few dozen pounds. Its flight speed and seeker allow it to intercept these threats in the short-range envelope, where larger missiles are inefficient. The simple, expendable nature of Block 1 makes it an attractive option for protecting convoy overwatch, forward bases, and light mobile units that cannot carry heavy missiles. Block 2. The Jet-Powered Hunter. Block 2 transforms the Coyote concept into a high-speed, jet-powered interceptor capable of chasing and destroying larger tactical drones. With a jet engine that brings speeds into the hundreds of miles per hour and a proximity fragmentation warhead, Block 2 creates a lethal ring of shrapnel, intended to guarantee target defeat. This variant is aimed at Group 3 threats. Larger, more robust airframes used for kamikaze strikes and long-endurance reconnaissance. The cost differential is a core part of its appeal. Expensive ship-launched and ground-launched missiles can be replaced in many scenarios by far cheaper jet Coyotes, changing the economics of air defense and allowing forces to engage threats more frequently without prohibitive cost. Block 3. Launched Effects. Short range, the reusable multi-tool. Block 3, now often described as the Launched Effects short-range variant, expands the Coyote's role from single-use interceptor to a more versatile asset. Launched Effects short-range pairs, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance. With precision effects and, in some configurations, non-kinetic payloads that can disable or confuse enemy drones without exploding. Demonstrations have shown the Launched Effects short-range defeating swarms using non-explosive means, suggesting directed energy or microwave-type payloads can be effective. The ability to recover and reuse Launched Effects short-range variants, when they do not expend a warhead, turns some intercepts into reusable missions, lowering average cost per engagement and letting commanders tailor responses based on threat type and mission profile. Why militaries embrace the Coyote? Coyote's popularity flows from 3 intertwined strengths. First, it is adaptable. It can be launched from air, sea, land, trailer-mounted pods, and vehicle-integrated platforms, and it integrates with existing fire control and radar systems. Second, it is economical. Compared to missiles that cost anywhere from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars per round, Coyotes offer a much more favorable cost-to-effectiveness ratio. Third, it is proven. Operational use and combat reports have recorded dozens, and in aggregate over 100, successful intercepts, giving planners confidence in a relatively low-risk, scalable tool for counter-UAS missions. Together, those attributes make the Coyote a practical middle ground between close-in gun systems and expensive long-range missiles. The Army's big bet. In recent procurement, the U.S. Army made a decisive investment, awarding a multi-billion-dollar contract to expand Coyote capabilities across its forces. This purchase was not simply for individual drones, but for an integrated approach. Launchers, fixed and mobile systems, kinetic and non-kinetic interceptors and associated radars and command and control architecture. The Army envisions Coyotes as part of a layered defense network that can protect bases, convoys, and high-value assets from the spectrum of small and mid-size unmanned threats. Mobility has been a key consideration, with launches tested from Bradley vehicles and assessments exploring how to integrate mass-mounted Coyotes into longer-range rocket systems to unleash multiple interceptors in a single strike. Navy and Marine applications. At sea, Coyotes provide a middle path that is particularly valuable. They reach beyond the close-in gun layer but cost far less than advanced surface-to-air missiles, making them well-suited to countering swarming drones, unmanned surface craft, and fast small boat threats. Their deck reloadability and compatibility with shipboard sensors allow them to be fielded across a wide range of vessels from destroyers to expeditionary platforms. The Marines have used Coyotes for ground-based air defense and see them as a complementary capability for expeditionary operations. Future concepts even explore launching Coyotes from unmanned surface and underwater vessels, pushing defensive reach forward while preserving crew safety. Air Force role and complementary systems. The Air Force has used Coyotes primarily for counter-unmanned aircraft systems protection around bases and installations. While their employment has been less flashy than Navy or Army integrations, Coyotes provide practical base defense and augment broader counter-unmanned aircraft systems layers that include jamming and kinetic options. In many theaters, they serve as the hard kill option when electronic warfare or soft kill measures are insufficient to stop aggressive unmanned attacks. Competition and the Roadrunner M. Competition has emerged, notably in the form of reusable interceptors that bring autonomy and vertical takeoff and landing to the problem set. These alternatives emphasize reusability, advanced AI-guided autonomy, and resilience to GPS denial. Their higher unit cost can be offset by multiple mission cycles, but the economics and doctrine will differ. Expendable interceptors favor mass, rapid engagements, and cheap attrition, while reusable systems favor selective interception and longer-term platform utility. That rivalry is pushing both concepts forward and giving commanders more options to match threats with the right mix of effects. The strategic takeaway. Small drones change the battlefield by forcing expensive defenses to confront inexpensive threats. The Coyote flips that dynamic. It gives commanders an affordable, flexible, and effective tool that can be integrated into layered defenses and scaled to different missions. Whether launched from a trailer in a convoy, a ship at sea, or a missile rocket in the field, Coyotes are designed to find, pursue, and neutralize unmanned threats in a range of contested environments. In an era where cost-effectiveness and adaptability matter as much as raw firepower, the Coyote family has become a defining piece of modern air defense. A compact weapon doing big work to keep larger systems and lives safe. And that's the story of the Coyote, the tiny drone hunter changing the future of warfare one intercept at a time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern military tech, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown of the technology shaping tomorrow's battlefield. Drop a comment below. Do you think systems like the Coyote are the future of air defense? Or are we only seeing the beginning of the drone arms race? Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.